In the darkest moments, the one who survives isn't the strongest, but the one who sees what others can't. There are times when, to win, you must know how to hide your strength, and in your weakest moments, you have to remind yourself to stand tall, as if you were never shaken at all. Because when you understand your opponent and truly see into yourself, the fear of failure dissolves. 100 battles simply become 100 repetitions of certainty. Let your plans stay concealed in the quiet of the night, unseen, silent, unpredictable. And when the moment comes, strike like thunder tearing across the sky. In chaos, opportunity is always hiding, waiting for the one clear-headed enough to recognize it. A victorious warrior isn't the one who charges recklessly into the battlefield. They're the ones who have already won in their mind, long before their first step touches the ground. The loser is the one who uses action to search for strategy instead of using strategy to guide their actions. To understand what your enemy is thinking, sometimes you have to step into their shoes, to feel their fear, their greed, their hesitation. Only then can you truly understand them. No long, dragged-out war ever benefits any nation or any person. And if you treat your companions like your own family, they will follow you into the darkest and most dangerous places. Even the sharpest blade will rust if left too long in salt water. Strength that isn't trained will fade. So when you move, be swift like the wind. When you stand together, be steady like an ancient forest. When you attack, burn bright like fire. And when you hold your ground, be unshakable like a mountain. Opportunities don't appear only once. They multiply the moment you dare to reach for them. There are only 5 musical notes, yet they can create endless symphonies. Strategy is the same. Even small elements, when combined at the right time, can open up infinite possibilities. When your enemy is resting, make them toil. When they are full, make them feel lacking. When they stand still, force them to move. A wise warrior always knows the cost before deciding to fight. And sometimes you simply need to wait. Because if you stand by the river long enough, the body of your enemy will eventually drift by. Knowing yourself is winning half the battle, and subduing your enemy without ever fighting. That is the true pinnacle of mastery. When the enemy wants to retreat, leave them a golden bridge. A wise person never drives their opponent into a corner. They guide the direction of their retreat. Be subtle enough that no one can recognize your true form. Be elusive enough that no one hears you coming. When you reach that level, you hold the rhythm of the entire game in your hands. The essence of the art of war and the art of life is to leave your opponent disoriented, unable to guess your true intentions. The ancients said, the wisest warrior is the one who not only knows how to win, but wins effortlessly, almost without trying. Provoke him and watch how he reacts. Force him into the light, and you'll see the weakness he's been trying to hide. Once you see that, the battle is already over before it even begins. Trust me. In the battle of life, The only thing you truly carry is your belief in yourself. Let your voice slow down, one sentence at a time, like footsteps on damp earth. Confidence is invisible fuel. When your spirit is steady, your body will follow. No luxury required, no promises from the outside world needed. A master of the battlefield never dances to someone else's rhythm. He makes the opponent move according to his will, not the other way around. Understand this, and you'll see that attacking is sometimes a form of hidden defense. And defense at its core is preparation for a decisive strike. Great victories often rise from modest resources. Think before you act. Measure every step, because one reckless decision can turn an opportunity into disaster. In battle, speed is the line between survival and loss. One moment too slow can cost you everything. The true art of war isn't about endless triumphs. It's about making your opponent surrender before a sword is ever drawn. Ignore your enemy and ignore yourself, and you walk straight into a trap. Don't advance when the advantage isn't clear. Don't deploy forces when there's nothing to gain. And don't enter combat unless you have absolutely no other choice. Justice turns slowly like an ancient wheel, but when it crushes thoroughly. Loving those on your side is easy. Learning to respect even your enemies. That is the hardest lesson of all. If your enemy is united, your task is to divide them. A single fracture is far greater when the whole formation collapses. And never trust someone who has nothing left to lose. They are unpredictable, and desperation makes them dangerous. Planning for what is difficult, while it's still easy, and building what is great, while it's still small. That is the mark of a master. When your enemy must scatter their forces everywhere in search of support, they become weak everywhere. Where the enemy is absent, that is where you should appear. Your opponent may know many things about you, which is exactly why you must become something they cannot understand. Chaos is born from order. Courage inspires fear in others. Strength creates its own weakness. If your friend is also a friend of your enemy, reconsider how close you let them stand. Beware the paths that carry hidden poison. Beware the fly resting on a dead snake. Small signs often warn of great danger. Those who have never witnessed the cruelty of war can never truly understand its cold, calculated benefits, if such benefits even exist. So be adaptable like water. Water has no fixed form, and in war, there are no fixed rules. Look upon your soldiers as children under your care. When you treat them this way, they will follow you into the darkest valleys. A true leader guides by example, not by force. A skilled commander knows how to use both strong and weak units, combining them wisely to amplify overall strength. In the art of war, the highest mastery lies in concealing your intentions. Strategy without tactics is a long, slow road to victory. Tactics without strategy are merely echoes before defeat. Prisoners should be treated with care and kept alive. Sometimes a captured soldier is far more valuable than one who has been killed. There is no need to destroy your enemy. Breaking their will to fight is enough. Every creature with blood, horns, or claws will rise up when attacked. And never place full trust in the person who stays silent about your flaws. That silence may be a sign of hidden hostility. Keep faith in yourself. Act with intention. And remember, victory isn't always force. Sometimes victory is the art of changing another person's heart before any weapon is ever drawn. Thank you for taking the time to walk this journey with me. If today's lessons brought you clarity, strength, or inspiration, feel free to leave a like. It helps the video reach more people. Don't forget to subscribe to True North Charisma and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of the upcoming videos, where together we explore inner power and the art of mastering yourself. See you in the next video. True North Charisma, guiding you toward the true north of your life.